Outside in an AMG, right outside.
Okay,
Two-time
Trent.
baby girl, you know me. Still with
Okay,
the girls
Trent.
that ain't inside. All the niggas wild, gotta watch the time. Lying right, bro. I'm outside.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video for the Camaro series. As you can of course tell from the title and thumbnail, today is going to be the day that we figure out how much power we're making with this thing. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get a cold start and get on the road. Up a bit. As you can see, we are of course low on fuel, so we're gonna, like I said, let this warm up, then we're gonna head to the gas station, and then we're gonna be heading up to Fort Worth to JRX. So let's do this. Okay guys, made it to our first location. As you can see, filling up on some 93. So, how much is premium where you guys are? I'm curious. Drop a comment. But, see how much this fills up, and we'll be ready to roll. $60 off the hill. But, nevertheless, car is full. Go ahead and get on the road. Okay, y'all, so as you can see, we are on the road. Just started about 8 miles in right now. So far, everything is normal. Oil pressure, coolant temps. So, I just wanted to, basically go over some stuff. So, like I mentioned in previous videos, currently we are on our way to JRX Tuning and Performance in Fort Worth, Texas. He's the guy that also tuned Perla, my GMC. So, pretty familiar with him and his skills. So I'm hoping that, well, I'm not hoping, I know he'll be able to bring out pretty much max potential on this car. Now, with that being said, I am nervous about a couple things here. So one, and pretty much all of these things will be eliminated if all goes good. One, this is the first time I'm driving a car more than around the corner. I mean, granted, it has a base tune, so we should be good. So that's one thing that can be eliminated. Once it gets to his shop, then I'll be okay. Number two, when it goes on a dyno, and when it's on the dyno, I'm nervous about two things. One, making sure it makes it through all the pulls, which, I mean, I'm pretty sure I set up everything right, so it should. And two, we did not do a clutch in this thing. The stock clutch is rated for around 500 horsepower, and we're gonna be more than 500 crank at least. So if we make it through the dyno without slipping the clutch, I mean, eventually I know I am going to be replacing the clutch, but hopefully not right away. So like I said, those three things, if all goes well, all those will potentially be eliminated. So right now I'm not really in the mood for, like, showing any scenery or anything, because like messed up. So let me, I'll probably maybe pick up the camera again, but most likely the next time I see you guys will be once we're at the dyno. I might show you around the shop a little bit, but yeah guys, so just stay tuned. For sure, I'm gonna show you guys how much this thing is gonna make, and let's just hope that everything goes well. So that being said, go ahead and catch you guys later. Okay guys, so had to make a pit stop. If you're from Texas, you know what logo that is. We are for sure at Buc-ee's. Just got some food already. I popped the hood to make sure everything was sounding okay, and we still are. Still have oil pressure, still have good cooling temps. So go ahead and finish up this trip.
Many unbearable hours later.
All right, guys. So we're about maybe 5 minutes out. It's about to be 2:30. Our appointment is for 3:30. And as you can also clearly see, the weather from Houston has migrated up
right
here.
onto County Road 4838.
Thank you, Siri. But yeah, so the weather migrated up here. I've been going through this hurricane-like rainstorm for the past at least 15 minutes. But I mean, the car made it. Only thing I'm gonna do is,
Turn right
as you
onto
can
County Road
see,
4838.
I got about a quarter tank left. So I want to try to get some gas, and I'll do one last check. So like I was saying, as you can see, I'm at like a quarter of a tank. I was gonna go find a gas station, but I forgot this is like the road where his shop is on. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull up, and I'm gonna ask him if this is gonna be enough gas for the dyno. If not, then we'll head back out and get some more gas. Probably put like 20 bucks or so.
Turn right onto Swenson Road.
And then, yeah, so if this is enough gas to pretty much you guys will be at the shop, chilling, waiting on our appointment, getting on the dyno, and going from there. Okay, y'all. So he did have me come fill the car up with gas, which was cool because I kind of figured. So, like I said in the previous clip, what I want to do one more sound check, and then gonna head back over to the shop and throw this thing on the dyno. Oh, one thing, the exhaust sounds good. Sound normal to me. That's good news. So, go ahead, head back over to the shop, put this beast on the dyno. There goes the goat. Right now, just trying to get the AFRs lined out for normal driving or whatever. So let's see if we make it move. thinking maybe, hopefully it's an air pocket on that first pull. Car made 440. So at least the power is going up. So hopefully, cross our fingers, have no issues going forward, and see how much it makes. So let's see what happens. So looks like we got good news. Maybe overfilled the tank. That's why I pushed out coolant, put a vacuum on it, it didn't take any more. But look at this V, man. This is his personal car. He was like 9 seconds in a quarter mile. New car he's working on. It'll be LS3 swap.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, so as you can see, we're back at Nightwing. We got the tune all finished up, and let me say, like, I am beyond happy that it came out okay. I showed you guys that one dyno number, well, the 2 dyno numbers, and the 459 was actually the last pull, but I also showed you guys that was on SAE. So I'll explain more when I get to a stopping point, and I'll also show you guys the dyno sheets between SAE and STD, and show you guys how everything turned out. But to say the least, I hit the number right on the head that I was looking for, that I said I would be happy with. And like I said, he's always told me that his dyno reads low, so it potentially made a little bit more than what it read. So, but I'm just gonna go off of the number that I know it made. So like I said, I'm happy with that. But yeah guys, so like I said, the next clip is gonna be me going over the dyno sheets and everything with you guys, and that's gonna be the end of the video. As you can see, it's still pretty wet out here, so I can't really do any pulls. I might have to say that for another video. I really wish I could do some pulls. Like, I can only kind of do a 3rd gear pull. I can't really do any 1st, 2nd gear pulls, and I can barely do a 3rd gear pull. I just kind of have to roll into it. So yeah, like I said, next clip, we're gonna be going over the dyno sheets with you guys. Okay guys, so we got the newly made chop monster in the background here. So at this point of the video, it is time to go over how much power did this thing make on a dyno. So I have the dyno sheets right here. So let's go ahead and look into it. So I have 3 sheets here, and 2 of these are in SAE, and the last one here is the STD number, which is, you know, the internet cool number or whatever. SAE are the heartbreaker numbers. So we did 2 pulls total. The pull that you guys saw earlier, that was the first pull on a dyno, and he basically cleaned that up and did one last pull. I was expecting a 3rd pull, and I was going to record that one, but it didn't happen. So on the first pull, like I said, right onto the dyno, car made 438 and 415 torque. And once again, this is SAE, so it reads about, I believe it was like 4% lower in SAE. So whenever we translated this to STD, 438 was actually around 450 wheel. So 450 wheel STD on first pull, not terrible. Pretty much the car was too rich, which I had to drive the car up to Dallas, as you saw. So it was on the rich side, which is why it made lower power. Now, final pull, we ended up making 459 wheel, 430 foot-pounds of torque. Again, SAE. So this is after it's cleaned up, AFRs are right and everything, and this is the last pull that he left me with. And like I mentioned, this is SAE. Now this is the same pull, but in STD, and 474, I call it 475 wheel, just a lot easier to say. And 444 foot-pounds of torque. Now, I have said since the beginning, if this car makes anywhere between 470 and 500 wheel, I will be satisfied with it. And I hit it right on the head at technically 474, but like I said, I'm calling it 475 wheel. Not too bad for cam only headers and intake. If I do ported heads or some PRC heads or whatever, and I thought about doing like a fast 102 setup, you know, that's like a popular intake for LS3 cars, this car would easily be over 500. So with that being said, the car did not do bad at all with this full build. Car is definitely a lot faster. Obviously early in the video you saw it was raining, but it is some days later. You see it's sunny outside, so I've had the chance to run around in it, and the car is definitely a lot quicker than what it was. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. But other than that, guys, I appreciate you guys for tuning in with this whole series. It was definitely fun. I'm glad to finally have a cam in my car. Now we can focus on the more exterior and parts of the interior and other complementing mods to the car. But with that being said, like I said, thanks for tuning into the series. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. So I decided to add this little bonus at the end of the dyno number video because it kind of happened within the same week. So got the car back here to Houston and met this guy. He has another 5th gen automatic. Told me it was headers and intake only. Now, me being in Houston, you never trust anything somebody tells you about their car, and this is why I have trust issues. We did 2 sets of runs, 30 roll and a 50 roll, and here are those clips right here.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
So as you can see, that car, whatever it may have, was not headers and intake only. For reference, here is a clip of when I was headers and intake only racing other automatics with headers and intake only. So from that clip, you can see that I basically put the same amount of car links on him as I did back then, mod for mod. So something's fishy going on with his car. I don't know what it was. But at the end of the day, I still beat him from a 50 roll. 30 roll, it was kind of sketchy where we were. So like I was definitely pulling him on the top end. He confirmed that. He said yes, that my car would have pulled on him in the top end as the speed progressed. But nevertheless, fun night in Mexico. Car, it was not the ideal first run that I wanted to have, because now I'm like skeptical whether how much power his car actually makes. But yeah, so those were the first 2 runs I had. I've had some other runs since then. This car just annihilates everything else. So with that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, enjoyed the whole series. Probably do the stuff that I mentioned before, and probably the next video you'll see is about the truck. But with that being said, I'm out for real this time.
I'm an icon, man. And my girl about a 10. I should fuck her in a Benz.